So there are two types of iterative control statements in Python. Okay, the one is while loop. The second one is for loop. Okay, so these are the two categories. Okay, in C you will see do while also. Okay, but in Python there is no do while. Okay, only while loop and then for loop. Got my point? Okay, so these are the two different types of iterative control statements. I will just show you a simple example for while loop. Okay, so first while loop. Okay, so why we are using this while loop for iterations? Okay, so normally the block of statements will be present inside the curly braces in C. But as I discussed with you in the previous session, okay, about the decision control statement itself, I talked about the colon, right? In Python, normally we are not going to use these curly braces. Instead, we are going to use colon and then indentation. Okay, indentation means four space. Okay, so indentation means it is like a four space, it will be allotted automatically. Okay, so that is how we are going to write the syntax for while loop. Okay, so syntax for while loop. Okay, so how we are going to write? So whenever we are going to write while loop, okay, so while and then immediately we have to give condition. Okay, so and then we have to give colon. Okay, automatically it will be intended. Okay, so intended means the block of statements what we are going to write inside the while loop. Okay, so statement 1 and then statement 2, right? So likewise we are going to have n number of statements. Okay, so this is how we are going to have, right? So after this block of statements printed, then we are going to have statement X. Got my point? Okay, so this is how we are going to do, right? So this condition will be checked, and if this condition is true, then the block of statements will be printed. Okay, when this condition fails, it will come out of the thing. Okay, so until that time we are going to give this particular condition. Okay, so these are all the block of while loop. Okay, so normally we are not saying simply block of statement. These are, we can say these are the block of while loop. Okay, so block of while loop. Okay, so these statements will be printed until the condition is true. Once the condition become false, it will come out from this particular loop. Got my point? Okay, so that is the meaning of this while. Okay, but normally in if and all, what we did, just if and then condition, set of statements will be executed. Okay, and then if the condition is satisfied, this statement will be printed, or otherwise it will come out from the loop. Okay, it is not iterated. Got my point? But in while, this will be iterated until this condition become false. Got my point? So until that time, it will be rotating here itself. Okay, so this statement is executed. Again, it will go and check the condition. Okay, whether it is satisfied. No, it is not satisfied. Then the statement will be executed, and then it will go and check the condition. If it is satisfied, it is not satisfied. Then the block of statements will be executed. Got my point? And if the condition fails, it will come out from the while loop, and then this statement will be executed. Got my point? So this is how the while iteration. Okay, so this is the iterative control statement under which we are seeing while loop. Okay, so now we will go for the hands-on. While loop. We are doing iterative control statements. Unable to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Right. So now we are going to do a small program. We can print n natural numbers. So how to write this? Printing the n natural numbers. First we can get the input. Okay, so last class we have seen, right? So we are getting the input during the runtime. That time what command we have to use? We have to use input. Okay, so n is a variable. Okay, so n equal to, for input, what is the thing we have to do? Type conversion is very important. Okay, so that's why I'm giving int. Got it? Int of inputs, and then I have to give some enter the value of n. Got it? Okay. So I'm going to give the value of n. If it is given, so automatically the number have to be printed. Got my point? Okay. So that is the input thing I am just doing, right? So after that, what I have to do? I have to initialize the variable. Okay. So I equal to 0. For loop, okay, for loop, everything which is come under the parenthesis itself, okay, in the range, everything it will come. But for while loop, we have to initialize first itself. Okay, so that is why we are saying that I equal to 0. Okay, and then we are giving the condition. Okay, that is while I is less than equal to n. That means what? We are going to print. Okay, we are going to print the n values. That includes that n also. If you are saying that, okay, so starting is 0, okay, and then I have to do up to 10. Okay, so that 10 also to be included. Okay, so the natural numbers 0 to 10 to be printed. So that time I have to tell, okay, less than is equal to n. So initialize the variable as 0. So initially it will put the I value as 0 and then check the condition. Got my point? Okay. So this n value I am going to give only during the runtime, not in the program. Got my point? So that's why I am using this input command. Okay. So I is less than equal to n. The most important thing I have to use colon. Okay. For that is the syntax we have seen, right? So I have to write the block of statement. Okay. So what I have to do? I have to print, right? So I have to print of I. Just the value will be printed. Okay, the print of I. Got it? Okay. So one after another, it will be printed. Okay. So here initialization part is over, condition part is over, but updation part is not yet over. Okay. So only one iteration is done here, right? So I have to do some updation. Okay. Either I equal to I plus equal to 1, I can assign like this, or I can give I equal to I plus 1. Got my point? During the assignment operator, I have taught you this, right? Okay. So I equal to I plus 1. Got it? Okay. So this is the updation part. Okay. So when you do this, then only n number of time it will be going to iterated, or otherwise it will not be iterated. Got my point? So I equal to I plus 1. So initially I is 0. Okay, when it becomes here, it will be incremented to 1. Once it is printed 0, it will be incremented, and again the I will be checked here. Got my point? Okay, so this is how it will be executed. Okay, so once if it get over, we can just give the statement as print. Okay, we can say it is like end of loop, while loop, or something else. Got my point? Okay. So simply I run the program. So I'm going to give the value as 10. Okay. Enter. So 0, starting is index is 0, and then incremented as I value as 1. So it will check here. 1 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is less than 10. Okay, immediately print 1. Okay, and then immediately it will be incremented plus as 1. So it will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 10. Yeah, it is correct, right? So immediately it will be, this particular thing will be printed. So 2 will be printed. Got my point? And immediately the I value will be incremented by 1. So it becomes 3. Got my point? Again 3, which is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is true, right? So 3 will be printed. So 3 will be printed, and I value will be incremented by 1, so it becomes 4. Got my point? So 4 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is true. Likewise, it will come here 10. Okay. So 10 is less than equal to 10 is equal to 10. Got my point? So 10 also will be printed. Okay. If I'm not giving is equal to, 10 will not be included. Okay. See, for example, in the relational operator, okay, if I am giving 10, the 10 will not be included. See, 9 alone is coming, right? But my question is up to 10 I have to be printed. Okay. So what you are getting? I am giving 10. Okay. So 10 also will be added. Got my point? Okay. So this is how you are getting the answer. Got it?